Hello everybody and welcome to my 2012 Games of the Year. You are a winner. If you don't know what that's from, you should. Okay, so let's go on to 2012 Games of the Year. Let's just dive right into it with my Xbox Game of the Year, which has to be Halo 4. Halo 4 has a combination of graphics, story, music, and gameplay that propel it to the top of the list, way over Call of Duty, Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed 3, and anything else that you throw at it. Halo 4 chews up the competition and spits them out. Halo 4 is my Xbox Game of the Year. With its superior storyline, I could play it for days, and I have. And if you don't believe me, go pick out Halo 4 yourself and pop it in your Xbox and let's play it. So, let's go on to PS3 Game of the Year. Now, you have to bear with me, this game has not came out yet. It is set to release on 12/31/012. Yes, I know, it's the last day of the year, but the PS3 Game of the Year has to be The Last Guardian. It's made by the people who made Shadow of Colossus and Ico, and it's about damn time we see them coming out with a new game. The Last Guardian is an absolute incredible game with absolute incredible graphics and music and scenery and characters. I can't wait till this game comes out, and I know in my heart that it will be Game of the Year and beat everything else that's came out on the PS3. Now let's go to Computer Game of the Year. Now, Computer Game of the Year is a little bit tricky one for me because I didn't find very many computer exclusive games this year. Most of them had ports to, let's say, Xbox and the PS3. But I didn't find any ones that I particularly like, the computer exclusives. So I had to pick Thomas Was Alone. Now, I enjoyed this very, very much. It's one of my favorite games of the year. Thomas Was Alone is a simplistic puzzle game where you control shapes and sizes, and the narrative gives them names and a storyline, and you actually get involved in the characters. The music's fantastic, everything about this game is fantastic. Let's move on to the Indie Game of the Year, which is Dust, an Elysian Tale. Now, Dust is an incredible game with incredible graphics, and it's completely beautiful and polished all the way around. I've sunk in days and days into this game, only to be wanting to play it more and more. This game beat out Spelunky, Thomas Was Alone, Botnicula, and a lot of other games to be the Game of the Year. And I think it really deserves it. It's all made by one guy, which is incredible. I mean, look at this game, made by one guy, and the music is made by a different company, but it's just incredible. This game is a definite must-have. So let's move on to Best Free/Flash Game of the Year. Now, the best free/flash game that I found was Happy Wars. It's not a flash game, but it is a free-to-play game, and I've been playing a lot of it. It's just so happy. See the name, Happy Wars. It's so fun to just get in there and mix it up with a bunch of people, not even worrying about your kill-death ratio or your win-loss ratio or your headshots or anything like that. You just go in there, have a brawl, laugh it out with your friends, and keep on moving forward. This game, me and my friends have sunk in many hours to, and it has microtransactions, but you don't have to buy the microtransactions if you want to be good. You could level up your own character without doing that. But if you want to spend some money and support the developers, you can. Let's go to Multiplayer Game of the Year. Now, the Multiplayer Game of the Year is without a doubt Halo 4. Halo 4, 343 has done so much to Halo 4's multiplayer that it's just incredible. Every part of this game is polished and perfect, and they throw it out to you, and you and your friends have a blast with it. Now, the reason this beat out so many other multiplayers, especially Call of Duty, was because look at Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You have the same old, same old. It's just another reskinned multiplayer shooter that came out. If you throw in Halo 4 beside of it, it's got so many new features and new stuff that you could do, and it blows Call of Duty out of the water to win Multiplayer Game of the Year. Now let's go on to Campaign of the Year, which is Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 campaign was absolutely incredible all the way through up until the end. It has a disappointing end, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the campaign makes you want to play it over and over, which I have. Mass Effect 3, the music, the environments, the character developments, it made me almost cry at the very end where I'm saying goodbye to my characters, before we rush into the last Reaper. It has the feel of a cinematic movie that you just want to keep watching over and over, but you're actually playing it. That's why it won Campaign of the Year. Now let's go with Hero of the Year, which is obviously Master Chief. There's a reason why Halo 4 won Xbox Game of the Year, and the driving force behind it was Master Chief. 343 has really flushed out the character this time. We actually seen what was behind his very hard armor, and we saw the softer side of Master Chief in this game. He actually has emotions, guys, which is incredible. You've seen his character go from a robotic type stage to an actual person, and this character development is done very, very nice. And I think it's incredible what 343 has done with Master Chief, and that's why he won Hero of the Year. Now let's go with Villain of the Year, which is Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. This guy is a guy that you love to hate. He's constantly downing you, and he's constantly trying to kill you, but he just can't, because you are who you are, an unstoppable killing machine with a shit ton of weapons. Borderlands 2 is a fun game, and what makes it so fun is that you're always after the villain, which is Handsome Jack. He beat out a lot of other villains on this list, and I think he really deserves it. Now, let's go on to Soundtrack of the Year. Soundtrack of the Year is Mass Effect 3. Now, the soundtrack is really crucial to the campaign. That's why it won Campaign of the Year. The music really got you emotionally invested in it, and it dove you even deeper into the game, and just looking at the destroyed wasteland of Earth with Reapers all over it, listening to the violins and the trumpets and every other instrument that was thrown in there, it made you almost shed a tear. Let's go with Best Graphics of the Year now, which is Halo 4. Now, you could argue and say that a lot of computer games have better graphics, and they do, and I'm not arguing that one bit. But the reason that Halo 4 won Graphics of the Year is because look at what it came from. Look at Halo 1, look at Halo 2 and Halo 3, Halo Reach, and then Halo 4. Halo 4 has an incredible graphics that can stand the test of time pretty much. It has a beautiful world that 343 has created, and all the environments are absolutely incredible. The enemies, they look so great, and the way the Prometheans shatter whenever you kill them, it's just graphically amazing. All of Halo 4 is amazing. That's why it won the Graphics of the Year too. Now let's go on to some of the fun game types, which are Worst Game of the Year. And Worst Game of the Year is got to be Amy. I've only played this once, and trust me, I don't want to play it again. The gameplay was absolutely god-awful. Everything about this game is awful. I can't discuss how much it's... The game is just crap. The combat is awful. The whole game is one big mission where you carry around a little girl and you gotta watch after her, but you run into an enemy and you expect some good fighting at least, but no, there's nothing good about this game except the way it looks. It's graphically pretty good, but the gameplay is what tears this game apart, and it won Worst Game of the Year in my book. So let's go to Worst Disappointment. Now, I love Game of Thrones. It is my favorite TV show out there. I've watched every episode at least twice. The game, on the other hand, is a different story. I got so pumped when I heard that they was coming out with a Game of Thrones games. Or a Game of Thrones game. Try saying that 5 times fast. But when I actually got my hands on it and got to play it, that's when it kind of fell apart. The gameplay is like a even worse Dragon Age 2. Everything about this game, the graphics look like a PS2 graphics. I don't know what they was going for, and they really missed the mark. Game of Thrones has an amazing storyline, and they could have really capitalized on the storyline to make an amazing game, but they didn't. They pretty much just let this game go, and it's a very, very bad disappointment. So, let's go on to what I'm looking forward to next year. Sorry. There's a lot of stuff coming out next year, such as the new Metal Gear Solid, and everything that's coming out next year. There's so much going on in my brain, I can't process it all. But the game that I want to play the most is The Last of Us. Look at it. It is so amazing. Everything in your environment is interactable. It's open world. It's fun. It looks scary. It's everything combined into one package. It is the way post-apocalyptic worlds should be looked at. This game right now is a strong contender for Game of the Year for 2013, and I haven't even played it yet. That's how amazing I think this game will be. The Last of Us on the PS3. Let's go to Best News of the Year. And the best news of the year has to be the new Xbox development kits were shipped out earlier this year. The Xbox development kit is called the Durango. Now the Durango, there's a lot of speculation on what it looks like, what it's going to run, all the specs of it, but I know one thing. If they're shipping out new Xbox dev kits, that means they're getting ready to ship out a new Xbox. And I can't wait. My Xbox, I've had it for, 3 years, and it is almost dead. So another piece of amazing news is the Ouya. Ouya is basically a console for indie games, and it's about damn time that indie games get the respect and admiration that they deserve. And they're finally getting it with Steam Greenlight, and now the Ouya. And I think the Ouya will bring indie games to a lot of homes that have never really played an indie game. And it's only $99. The price is at $99 right now, with $120 for the special edition, I think. So check out all these games on the list. I've played all of these games this year, and you can trust me when I say that 2012 is probably the best year for gaming we've had in a long time. So guys, thanks for watching my 2012 Games of the Year. I'm Extras Duarden. If you liked it, leave me a like. If you want to subscribe, hell, the button's just one click away. Thanks a lot, guys, and join me for another episode, and I'll see you guys later.